explain what social factors, sir?
Sorry?
Social factor. Tell me, sir.
Social factor is nothing but blaming others, like internal politics or people trying to bullying on others, or workplace harassment, or poor culture, workplace culture. All these things will come, sir.
It is simply nothing but blaming others, sir, madam.
Yes,
Sir,
yes, 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 yes. Maybe fault finding unnecessarily. Even if they done small mistakes, also they used to showcase in a larger picture. And చిన్న చిన్న వాటిని కూడా పెద్దగా తీసి చూపించడం. Okay, now getting to the topic. So we'll see all this agenda. So what are the various causation models and different kinds of accident causation models. Then we'll do some interference and conclusions. So if you see the causation models, basically these are the few scientists, I can say authors or writers or safety specialists, they have assumed their theories. So how accident will happen? What are the various factors which leads to accidents? One is Heinrich domino theory, very famous, and the Frankfurt, the Hepburn four factors, and Peterson's accident incident model. Then we have a multiple causation theory and Farrell's human factors, Peterson's behavioral model, and system models. And also Sear's decision model, energy exchange, the cheese model, and emerging latest other models. Okay, these are the various models. We'll try to cover the most and also widely accepted models or theories in this session. First, we'll discuss Heinrich domino theory. So dominoes is nothing but this kind of blocks, not like McDonald's or Domino's pizza kind of thing. So these are the various factors which will leads to accident. He assumed that environmental factors, fault of a person, unsafe action and condition, accident, then it is resulting to injury. The injury is caused by the action of the preceding factor. What is the preceding factor? For example, if you assume these are the 5 blocks. So if I hit this block, so this block will fall on this one, then this block is going to fall on this one, then this block is going to fall on this one. Subsequently, the last one also will fall. It means because of these various causes which is overlapping each, then it is leading to injury. So as per the Heinrich domino theory, his point is by removing the central factor, in the sense, by removing the unsafe action and the unsafe condition, we can stop the preceding factor. We can stop the accident causation. So resulting, there is no injury. That is his theory. His theory is environmental factors also one cause, and a fault of a person, unsafe conditions, then it leads to accident, resulting injury. If I remove these unsafe actions and unsafe conditions, my workplace, so even though the environmental situations are okay or wrong, even fault of person, the blaming culture is there. Due to the mental health or maybe distraction from the work due to these situations, he may attempt for unsafe action or unsafe condition. If I remove this central factor, I can prevent the accident. Okay, that is the one theory. So this is how same replica of it. Actually, or environmental fault of a person, unsafe condition, resulting accident. End of the day, it will become an injury. Same kind of representation. So this is the domino theory, same Heinrich domino theory. So here is the center factor where we have highlighted. If I remove this factor, here it is in a hazard, then the accident will not happen. So no injuries. Here also same, unsafe action and mechanical hazard constitute the central factor in the accident sequence. So that's why if we remove this central factor, we could able to eliminate the accident. Now we'll see Frank Bird's updated domino theory. So we have seen the domino theory. So domino theory is nothing but environmental factors and social factors, unsafe action and condition, then accident, then injury. So Hendrich is telling that if you remove the central factor, which is unsafe action and unsafe condition, then accidents is going to stop. Now we'll see updated domino theory. Second, please.
Frank Birds.
Just a second. Let me do something here in this. Okay, fine. Notice. Okay, this both the diagrams are same only. I think something has happened here in the PPT. Yeah, we can use this slide. So his theory is, so they're telling that one is a lack of control, then basic causes, then immediate causes, it leads to incident, then loss. Here he is not particularly telling about an injury. It may be a loss of person, a loss of a property, maybe loss of a good environment. Here he is not talking about the social factors. He is not talking about any environmental factor. He's talking about because of lack of controls in the workplace. It leads to the various conditions. Those conditions will lead to accidents. There maybe you can say it as an unsafe action or unsafe condition. Then it will result in incident. It is nothing but deviation from the intended process or procedure. Then it will result into loss. That is his updated domino theory. Now there is one more loss causation model.
Sir, sorry, sir.
Yeah.
Can you please go to the back slide?
Yes.
So, is there those holes represent something? Because we can see the holes are increasing in orderly
You'll
manner.
see you'll see in the last. You'll see in the last. There is a cheese model. There it will be there. Why these holes are.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Which means these holes are increasing means it is the sequence or the number of causes or the factors which are increasing to lead an accident. That's all. It is a multiplication factor for resulting in an incident or an accident.
In this slide, what would be the difference between basic cause and immediate cause?
So if you see a basic cause, for example, a person is not trained, that is in a basic cause. Due to lack of training, what he will do? He may not perform as intended as per the safety requirements. That immediate cause will be the unsafe action here. That resulting the deviation of the process. It is fall under incident, then that leads to the accident resulting will have a loss here.
So basically, theory is same, only terminologies are
Theory is
different.
same. Theory is same. If you see all these theories, it will go here and there. That's all. Theory is same, but the way of representation is different. The people thinking is different. Yeah. And other theory, which is a loss causation model, the accident chain, there are here, they have considered three basic causes. One is the poor management safety policy and decisions, personal factors, and environmental factors. Here they have considered three basic causes, which will be leading to either unsafe action or unsafe conditions. So then what will happen? It will be unplanned release of energy or hazardous materials. This will be the direct cause of result of these two issues, indirect causes. Due to the unplanned energy or unplanned release of energy, which is nothing but any chemical leakage or any explosion or any fire accident or any blast, etc., which will be lead to an accident, either here a personal injury and property damage. In this model is specifically talking about personal injury and property damage. He is not giving a generic as a loss. Previously, we have seen updated domino theory. There he is ideally mentioned as a loss. The loss may be a person, loss may be in a property, loss may be in a good environment, losing a good environment or good workplace. Maybe it's get polluted after the incident. Here is specifically talking about the personal injury. Here the basic causes they are telling us lack of control, the personal factors and environmental factors.
Actually, in this slide, you were mentioning that poor management safety policy. I don't think any company will make their policy like poor. Decision could be poor, but the policy might not be poor.
Okay. What do you tell about the loopholes? Even our country also we have constitution, which is very strict, but there are big holes behind each article or each section. The same way, for the namesake, there is a policy. A poor safety
Yeah, even
management
in
policy means what? In the representation, they will tell everything. In part of application or in part of implementation of policy, it is not about literature, or it is not about the words they use in the pasting in the walls or putting in a big frames. It is about the application of the policy or implementation of the policy. Poor management means. It's
yeah,
not about writing.
I agree with your example. The
Yeah.
implementation might be different at different levels, but the
Yeah.
policy is, I think it will be strong enough. Only the
No,
implementation
that is
differs depending upon the perception of the person or understanding of the person or
yeah.
system.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. So poor management policy in the sense they have policies, but it is not to the mark. I can put it in another way. So everybody have safety policy. Safety policy in the sense, okay, it should cover everything. For example, I'll write two different safety policies. In one safety policy, I'll talk about only safety. In other policy, I'll talk about only environment. Or other company, they more focus on environment. In another company C, they talk about more on health related aspects. They won't talk on safety. They won't talk on environment. So whether it is poor or good,
Is this something
it is a mixture.
related to not only the big shot company like RIL, PIL, Shell, something,
It
but
is not a
few
big
small
company.
scale industries, small scale
Yeah,
industries are there.
these
They are
are
not managing it like that,
that's
no?
what I mentioned. These theories are done very long back. It is not the latest theories, but these are the various factors which could or which can lead to an accident. These are the causation. These are just assumptions only. It does not mean that the policy should not be poor kind of thing. The policy can be poor also. Who mentioned? Because we say QHS policy or quality environment health and safety policy, by telling in the policy itself, we won't mention under environment where you are focusing on. If you see in the policy itself, it is a big loophole. There we, in a high level, we say that our operations will not affect, or we are not going to pollute the environment. That is in a high level. What kind of environment you are not going to pollute? You are not going to pollute the environment which is there inside your premises or which is outside your premises, where we are defining.
Yeah, it is observed in some small
Yeah.
scale industries, in industrial
that is-
development corporations.
Yeah.
They do not follow such guidelines, and they're suffering such injuries and accidents due to their policies.
Yeah. These all are assumptions. It is not strict rule that what I have written, it is not go by word. These are the various assumptions these specialists have written how these accidents can happen. That's all. Okay, I think most of the people would have seen this triangle already who are having work experience in the industries. This is a Hendrich, the accident causation model, 329 and 1. So anybody can explain for me this triangle?
Yes, 300 near misses can cause a one major injury.
Okay, everybody is having same understanding?
If you miss out to find out 300 near misses, then it could lead to the major injury.
Okay. Any other guess?
Yeah, if
Yes, sir.
you're
Yes, sir.
reporting of
For
yes,
a
please,
one
please.
major injury to occur, there are 29 minor injuries and 300 near misses were hidden.
Yes. There are 29 near misses and 29 minor cases and 300 near misses. The funda is, so we have to concentrate more on this near misses. That is the funda here. So if I concentrate more on all these 300 near misses, if I take a proper action, so what will happen? It will not lead to the minor cases. So even the minor case would have happened. So if I concentrate, or if I take all the actions here, it will not lead to a major injury or a major accident or a fatal case. So my focus area should be, I always look for the bottommost, the 300 near misses, which is going to be resulting in minor. In the final case, it is going to lead a major case. If somebody asks why it is only 300, I don't have an answer. So these are the calculations into what they have behind, but these are the assumptions. So this is the bottommost area where we have to concentrate. That's why this near miss reporting also we treat as a leading indicator. So if there is no near miss reporting system at all, directly it will be resulting in minor cases. So if you are not focusing on these minor cases, it leads to a major accident.
Sir, why are you taking that numbers in assumption, sir?
That's what I tell him. Even this is done by Hendrich. I don't know how he has defined. There is another model also, 649 and one case also. It is just an assumption, or maybe he would have done theoretical calculations.
Yeah, I heard that they have carried out all the database. They have database of European industries.
Yeah.
And accordingly, they have formulated that.
Ultimately, it is an analysis of a theoretical analysis only. We can't show that, okay, after every 300 near misses, then definitely there will be a 29. Or after every 29, definitely there will be a major case. These are all assumptions and theoretical analysis. It is just probability analysis. Yes, sir. Redmi 10. You have any doubt? I don't know. I'm sorry. Your name is representing as Redmi 10. Okay. So this is also a same example. I mean, it's just another way of representing a different photo. Something different. Now we'll see the human factors theory of accident causation. So if you see the human factors theory, so there are overload, inappropriate response, or inappropriate activities. These are the three causes. One is overload, which is environmental, internal, or situational overload. So what we can see as situational overload. Environmental overload, we can say it is in a pollution, or the work atmosphere is not so well, or internal, we can say politics, or personally he is not well. However, the situational. Situational overload.
Like one person resigned his job, whole responsibility came on only one person. He has
Okay.
to perform his duties in addition to his subordinate.
Okay, situational overload. Okay, fine. Maybe a blaming, or somebody pushing more on others, or somebody is targeting deliberately. So these all are situational overloads. Maybe a work pressure, or something went wrong while he is performing the duty. That is also a situational overload, but it is not intentional. Maybe somebody is doing on others, it is maybe intentional, but some things it may be a non-intentional, but still the situation become overloaded or uncontrollable, then it will leads to accidents. The next one, inappropriate response. So what is inappropriate response? Here, not correcting a hazard. So we know there is a hazard. There is a situation which is supposed to be corrected. Otherwise, it will leads to accident. Then removing the safeguards, any safety controls or interlocks, or maybe bypassing the safety control, or doors, maybe sensors, then ignoring safety. So nobody's bother about the safety. That is also a causes to accidents. Then inappropriate activities, perform tasks without a training, and misjudging the risk. So any best example for misjudging the risk? I request only the working employees. Definitely, they'll have good example for this. Misjudging the risk.
Suppose a person or a agency is given one task, and like for excavation in a given area, and they are not aware at what depth some other sewer pipelines or some
Okay,
electrical lines or some
utility
pipelines.
supply. Okay.
Yeah, so they might be thinking that it is of like half meter or 1 meter, 2 meters. But if the actual is less than 2 meters only, then the utilities will get damaged. So
Okay.
here the risk is underestimated.
Okay, great. Okay, any other examples? Thank you, Kumar.
Yes, in case of line break is required. Without doing positive isolation, taking it for granted that wall won't pass, nothing will happen. Executing the job without positive isolations.
Okay, executing job without positive isolations, or not tested the line, whether it
Yes.
is full or empty.
Right.
Okay, yes, Shabir. Thank you.
Yeah,
Very fast.
one more classic example is something like that, lifting a load through a crane. Still, people used to manage that heavy load without, which is more than their accepted or required. They used to lift it, and it accident.
Okay, capacity of the sling. If they're not selected or not chosen the right capacity of the sling, they may think that
Right.
okay, ये चलेगा, ये load इतना नहीं होगा, but it will able to lift. Okay,
SWL,
I am
safe
expecting
working
other
load.
answer actually, and the behavioral side. Or
कुछ नहीं
misjudging.
होता करके attitude.
Yeah, this is the answer I'm expecting. Super, Kumar. So basically, what will happen whenever you deal with the people who are there in the company for last 15, 20 years, a safety officer newly joins in the organization, definitely a third eye or a fresh eye, it will easily recognize, it will easily grab the unsafe situations or unsafe condition in the shop floor because he is there for last 20 years. For him, it is everything is normal. If any a new person comes in there, so you can able to understand, okay, this is not supposed to be like this. It is an unsafe condition, or these guys are not doing the duty as per the safety requirements or the best safety practices. So a fresher or 2 year safety guy, he go and tell that, Chacha, aap galti kar raha hai. Then he will say that, go man, since the last 20 years I am operating this mission, nothing will happen. Nothing is going to happen. So these are also behavioral aspects, attitudinal problems. They will always misjudge or they will underestimate the risk. Okay, very good. Thanks, Kumar. So these things will happen or these things will leads to accident. It is not only one, maybe overload or inappropriate response to the things or inappropriate activities like performing tasks without training. So there are multiple times. Even it is happens in the especially in the project sites. So where they will bring the bulk people, the people used to escape from the workplace. So the contractor have a pressure on the pressure from the client saying that this activity to be completed. A person will come as a housekeeper or helper. Immediately he will start doing grinding or cutting or any other activity which is not known or even not even know how to operate that equipment. But still they are pushing him to perform. So that's where also things will go wrong and which leads to accidents. Now, Peterson's theory of accident causation. Again, here also we have a few same kind of approach Peterson also taken. One is overload, then ergonomic traps, a decision error, which will be leading to the human errors. In other cause, system failure also, it is resulting or it is adding up with the human errors, resulting in accident, then injury or damage. So here overload again, situational overload or environmental overload. He has not mentioned what exactly it is. He's thinking it is a overload or maybe work overload, then ergonomic traps. Can anybody give example for ergonomics?
Lifting the loads, like 1 ton, a human cannot lift more than his weight.
Small example, just this lifting crane, he is normally 1 ton water or some other chemicals. He is normally he is lifting. One case, what happened? He is lifting the H2SO4, sulfuric acid. The load he misjudged and ergonomically he taken and failed.
Okay.
I would like to give one more example. Suppose a welder or a grinder is doing some work at a given one particular place, and the space is not sufficient enough or not favorable enough to carry out the job, but he is forced to do he is forced to complete the task. Whatever the condition may be, in that condition, even though the space is not favorable, he is doing means ergonomically the space is not favorable, so we can call it as ergonomic trap.
Yeah, perfect. You are right, Kumar. So basically, if you see in ergonomics in the sense, it is nothing but how a person is performing the activity which is assigned in a comfortable manner. For example, as Kumar mentioned, a welder is doing a welding. So he has to do that welding completely on a sitting position for whole the day. Is it a comfortable posture or working posture for 4 hours or 5 hours continuously sitting and doing? You can able to perform the duty comfortably. throughout the day? Definitely no, because even we can't sit for a whole day, or their position, it does not mean that like how we sit for the lunch. They may sit on the half, then they do a welding, or sometimes they may do on complete in standing position. That is also, it's not comfortable. It is ergonomics, it is nothing but how he is performing his duty in a comfortable manner. In the sense, the workplace has to be designed in such a way that he need not to spend any excess amount of energy to carry out the activity. For example, there is a machine, CNC machine or any workbench. So he have raw materials, or maybe I can take raw materials which is away from 50 meters. For each raw material, he has to go to there, walk for 50 meters in one side, then take the raw material, come back to the position, then perform the activity. Then he has to keep it aside. Again, he go back to the same location, bring another piece, perform the activity, keep it aside. So here what he is doing, for every piece of work, he has to walk for 100 meters. So if we do for 200 pieces, so it is going to be an excess spending of energy. Instead of doing the task, his walking is more. There he lose the amount of energy is higher than the activity he is performing. So instead of 50 meters, I can make in a rack, then I'll keep the job or all the raw material very close to the workplace. So he need not to walk. He'll just have the job in a stretch of a hand. So he will grab the job, perform, and keep it aside. So that is ergonomic. So how you are making the job comfortable to an employee. Okay. That is ergonomic traps. Even not only activities, even the people who are sitting in the computers, they also have the neck pains and all. Nowadays we could see the laptop stands or even the monitors also an adjusting mechanism. Even we are getting ergonomical chairs. You can have pushback. Even the armrest also can be twisted or 30-40 angle, so that based on comfortably you can sit and perform the activity. Okay, so here we have less than a minute. I'm stopping here.